You guys, we have started filling our forms. They've ordered 90 yards of concrete. They actually ordered 100 just in case there's a buffer so that you don't run short like 1 or 2 yards, and we'll just see where it goes. And we're moving fast. Truck number 2 and truck number 3 on the hill. On our blueprints right here, you have these SDHD, Simpson tie down hold down. It's a strap that just structurally holds your house to the foundation as well. And we're putting them on this side of the house right here. So there's a window, strap, there's wall, window, strap, wall, and window. These are going to be code on just about any house. It just depends on where you put them, but almost every house will require some sort of a strap or hold down now. And there's 2 different ways you can do them. You can do them with a strap and every one of those holes has to be nailed, or they make them where you epoxy them into the foundation later on and anchor them, and then they still have to be nailed into your walls like a million times. But that's what keeps your house to the ground, not just the bolting of the seal plate. What truck number is that?
Number 5.
Good job. This goes straight up the wall and then it comes at an angle, and then this actually latches on the rebar in there. So it's not just sitting in the concrete, it's really linked together so that it can't be ripped out. We've got our Simpson strong wall. We've got our Simpson tie down hold downs. And then you have a J-hook. And these actually have threaded rod so that they can put a nut on it. You'll put your seal plate on top and then you'll nut that down with a washer and a nut, and it holds it as well. So there's a lot of things that have changed. Back in the day, you didn't do that. You just kind of set your house on top, hoped it stayed. Then they started using J-bolts. That worked. And then you use these Simpson strong ties. I don't know if there's another name in the strong tie business, but Simpson's the name, you know. Like if it's a piece of metal that's holding rafters together or hangers or something like that, typically it's a Simpson. What I like is when you get oddball dimensions, like less than an inch, and they ran out of their 1-inch pieces, they're tying it together with a piece of rebar, wire, rebar, and wire. You get the job done, and that's what these guys are doing. You hear that sound? That is a terrible sound. That means we're out of concrete. So next truck we'll wait for. Here is our bolt, and that's already starting to set hard. You can feel it. Here is our Simpson tie down, hold down, and if you notice, it sits off 2 inches. The reason it does is because there's going to be a 2-inch buffer of insulation there, and so this has got to connect to the timber, the wood, the studs, and the sheeting of the house, and then you get that. Then you have foam, that'll be the outside. If you're gonna do a brick layer, like a traditional brick layer, you would do a similar thing as well. You have to have a ledge for your brick to sit on so that your foundation is holding the weight of your brick. Interesting fact, most homes are not brick structure at all. That kind of went away in the 60s and 70s, and now most brick is just veneer. So you're paying a lot for a little veneer. And we are doing a brick veneer, but it's actually going to be a veneer, meaning it is just a third of a brick. And it's real brick, it'll just go onto that foam now. So while it is one person's job to put in these strong ties, hold downs, the J-bolts, it is another person's job to come along and trowel it smooth, relatively smooth. Then it's another person's job to align the walls and shimmy them into place, make sure they're just true, haven't shifted from the pressure and strength of the concrete. And then it's another person's job to run the hose. It's another person's job, which I think is pretty interesting and probably got learned through trial and error, to come along here, and as it seeps out, like kind of the milk of the concrete, they take a shovel, put it on, and scrape it away. They do that so that these forms don't get cemented to this later on and cause breakaway. Just helps everything come apart a little bit easier later on. They did tell me, do not get down in the trenches in between the trench wall and the foundation wall, because if you do, there's a chance that could blow out, and if it does, you're stuck between a ton of wet rock and a hard place, and you got nowhere to go. These boards were put at kind of an angle, and they're pretty straight at the time, but look at how much tension and pressure this one has created. I mean, that thing is so bowed because of just pressure from that concrete. It just doesn't want to be there. And until it dries and is solid, it's going to fight you the entire time to be where you're telling it to go. Yards later, a full 8-hour day, just powering it alone, not including the week it took them to frame it and put it together. These guys did great work, and I'm happy with it. So now we just gotta sit for 24 hours, let it kind of harden up and firm up, and they'll be here tomorrow to start stripping the forms. Our foundation wall and footings are complete. They've been formed and stripped, and now they're just being craned out, the remainder of them. So we are on to the next phase, which is getting this basement floor laid out, plumbed out, and prepped. So if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you don't want to miss out on the rest of the progress coming on with the house, make sure you hit that notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Hey, spider monkey, get off the wall. And they do that for a reason. Put in, let's see. If you don't want to miss out on any of the other, episode, because you're stuck between a soft, hard. Ooh, mouse. Sick.
Wait, what?
Mouse.
Cool.
That's disgusting. Don't touch that thing at all. You guys, our foundation wall is... Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Whew, there's a bad windstorm coming. So I will bring you along for the rest of that. So until next time,